Alright, what's up, you guys? Welcome to another SHARKNEWZ episode, as today is November 26th, which basically means Thanksgiving is tomorrow. So I want to wish everybody a very, 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 very happy Thanksgiving, and thank you all so much for supporting the channel. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so. It'll definitely help it grow. And if you haven't liked this video, please go ahead and do so as well. But in the time being, let's go ahead and take a look at the new Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals for GI Joe Classified, as I will have the link in the description below. This is via HASBROPulse.com. So now we officially got the figures that will be going up for sale. Now, they may or may not add more new figures as the days go by, but for now, let's take a look at these figures, because as of filtering out the website, it basically says there's about 19 figures on sale. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, because I just got the email for it, so I figured why not, go over all of these figures with you guys and see what's worth it, what's not worth it, and compare with some other figures from other various websites. So with that being said, let's go ahead and see what we got. In row number one, let me just move my camera because I can't see shit. Okay, in row number one, we have the GI Joe retro cardback figures. So we have Rock and Roll, we have the Viper, and then we have Dr. Mindbender. Holy shit, this is surprisingly some very, very, very good prices. I mean, $16 or $16.24 for a retro cardback Rock and Roll. This is a very great deal, just because if you're collecting the original 13 for GI Joe, you know that we are only 2 figures away from completing the original 13. So for 16 bucks, getting an original Rock and Roll is not bad, because it does say here on top 35% off. It says Black Friday sale, save on select items until December 2nd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. Retro cardback Viper is another great deal for $16, just because, first of all, it's an army builder, it's a Viper, and again, it's more accurate to the original O-ring. So even though this isn't the Cobra Island version, or it's not the 3-pack, but at least they're giving us the idea to give us the vibrant colored version of the Viper. So for 16 bucks into army build, that's a pretty good deal, to be honest. For those who have bought the original Dr. Mindbender for $25, now you're getting it for 16. This is, I personally still think that the exclusive version is superior. However, I do love the fact that the retro card back has the Cobra logo on the back of the cape. So for 16 bucks, minus all the other accessories from the exclusive version, this one still holds up to it. So yeah, I mean, for 16 bucks, that is a very, very good deal for Dr. Mindbender. I mean, he's a pivotal Cobra character, so why would you not want to get it? So far, row number one has been pretty decent. I mean, really good for like 16 bucks. That's really good. Good job, Hasbro Pulse. As we scroll down, for 25% off, we have GI Joe Classified Leatherneck for $18. Original price was $25. So yeah, that actually works. I mean, 18, it's not too much of a deal. However, Leatherneck, people had shared their frustrations with this character not being too tall, or having their own personal preference for this figure. However, for $18, that's actually a really good deal, just because if you guys know that Hasbro has raised their prices to $28, at least for the newer figures that are coming out. So for a figure that's now $18, and he's one of the more, he's there in the sense of popularity, so you can't go wrong with Leatherneck. Then we have the Dreadnok Xandar figure for $18. Now, Xandar is a fantastic 10 out of a 10 figure. This is probably one of my favorite Cobra classified characters, because I think they absolutely nailed it. So for $18, you're getting a Xandar figure. That is a steal right there. I mean, for the quality, the design, the aesthetic, the coloring, everything about it, it's like a very beautiful update compared to what we had, as the original O-ring version. So I say definitely pick this up because, again, it's the Dreadnoks, and we know that Zanya or whatever is coming out soon. So we're almost completing the Dreadnoks and hopefully Thrasher with the Thunder Machine at some point. And then speaking of Dreadnoks, we also have Road Pig. Original price was $45, and now he's $33, or we'll say close to 34. We'll just round it. Um, yeah, I mean, $30 for a figure with a awesome looking pet, and don't forget, Road Pig does have that awesome alternate head sculpt with the mask and stuff. So for $33, I think 30 would have been slightly better, but 33 is still decent. So yeah, I mean, I think this is okay. I mean, instead of paying 45, you're paying 33. So yeah, I mean, this works. It's a bigger and bulkier figure. So I think that's a good deal. Next row. Oh shit. Okay. And next row, we have 25% off. We have the Raptor figure for $26. Original price was 35. I don't think that the Raptor figure is a good deal because if you guys remember from the previous Target toy hunts and from collectors like almost half a year ago, Raptor was on sale at Target for about $8. So the fact that you're paying 26 here, I mean, Raptor is not necessarily one of those popular characters in my personal opinion. So uh, for $26 for a figure that you know, kind of has like that out of Marvel's Vulture wings, and you know, he's not really. I don't know how to explain it, but otherwise, 26 I think is a little bit too steep for this kind of guy. I think he's more around that. He should have been at least. I mean, I get it. It's because of the wings and all that stuff, and then he comes with a pet, but maybe it might be a good deal for those who never had it, but I personally think if Target showed us for $8, then 26 is definitely not a good deal. Retro Stalker for $18. That's a really good deal. We've seen on Amazon as well as I think Big Bad Toy Store. Stalker also went up for around the $18 price range. So that's so Stalker is in the ballpark, so that's really good. That's a good deal, especially like I said before with Rock and Roll. Original 13 will almost be complete, so you definitely want to pick up your original 13s before they all sell out or become more expensive in the aftermarket. So that's a good incentive right there. Iron Grenadier Bat. I'm personally not a fan of like Iron Grenadiers too much, but you can never go wrong with army building bats in general. And plus, Iron Grenadiers is still fresh in the market in the sense of we haven't gotten barely any characters for Iron Grenadiers. We only have about 4 of them in the sub team. So if you want to army build some bats for $18, I think that's pretty decent. We've seen the regular classified bat going up for roughly around the same price, maybe a few dollars, less. But for an Iron Grenadier version, again, we have to wait until. I mean, if think about it this way, if you get this now for $18, they might release the Iron Grenadier Destro at some point, and then people are going to get pissed that they can't find an Iron Grenadier bat. So I think this is definitely a good incentive to get, at least for $18. That's not bad. Oh shit. Okay. As we go down to the next row, we have Alpine for $18. Okay. Original price was 25, Alpine for 18. You guys know how I feel about this Alpine figure, so personally, I think he could be at least $15 at max. I think 18 is okay. It's not a bad price. Definitely much better than 25, but I think for this kind of figure, maybe they could push it down to a bit 15, then I'll probably get it, but 18 is still a decent price. Even if you look at, Walmart or forget like GameStop or even FYE or whatever all those other stores are, like those are overcharging anyway for like $27, maybe 25, 26, but for 18 for Alpine, especially if you have Bazooka and Gung Ho, yeah, I think this works. Then we have Storm Shadow, the camo version for $18. I say definitely pick up this Storm Shadow. It is a fantastic figure. I love everything about this Storm Shadow figure. For $18, that's a really good deal. 25% off. Then we have Retro Cardback Beachhead. This is another actually pretty decent deal for 18 bucks. I think Retro Cardback Beachhead could be at least 15 bucks just because nothing, no hate against the figure. I think Beachhead's one of the coolest characters in G.I. Joe in general. Um, but 18 bucks, I mean, it's still a good price, but I personally think that maybe it could go down for at least 15 bucks. However, 18 is still a good deal. So I say pick it up if you don't have it just because Beachhead is as classic as it gets. Next row. Oh shit. Okay, so there's a lot of retro stuff going on here. Retro Cardback Snow Serpent is also $18. I think that's a good deal just because finding the original Snow Serpent is pretty hard. He doesn't come by too often. So if you want to army build Snow Serpents, it's good. And same thing goes for the Cobra Eel for 18 bucks. You can't find the original classified mainline version of retro of the eel figure. So the retro version for 18 is not bad, especially for being an army builder. I think that's a really good price in my opinion. Same goes for Night Creeper, also an $18 figure, maybe close to 19. We'll round it, but if you have Storm Shadow up there, then definitely get the Night Creeper figure just because the ninjas are always fantastic. So I love this. Um, oh, okay, hold on. All right, so the Techno Viper for $18. I don't think this one is a good deal just because we recently seen Techno Viper go on sale via Amazon for a lot cheaper. So I don't think this one is as good. But if you really want Techno Viper, then I say get it via Amazon. Definitely don't settle for Pulse. But if you want a retro cardback Recondo, then $18, that's not good because if you look on Walmart or any other websites, I think he's going for roughly around like $9 or 10 bucks at most. So do not pick it up from Hasbro Pulse because 18 is a bit too steep for Recondo. So however, Duke, if you don't have a Duke, you definitely need a retro cardback Duke for 18 bucks. You know, we do know that, retro cardback Flint and then Scarlet and then all the other retro figures that are coming out. So if you want a Duke for 18 bucks, that's a major steal right there. Definitely pick it up because it's freaking Duke. You need the leader of Joe's. And last but not least, we have the Iron Grenadier Metalhead figure. Original price was $35 and now it's going for $26. So that's a pretty decent deal. I mean, again, if you're getting the Iron Grenadier Metalhead and if you don't have the Iron Grenadier Bat, I say you pick both of those figures up because I feel like the Joe team might ramp up the Iron Grenadier sub team at some point. So this is a good time to start picking up some Iron Grenadier figures. But overall, I think the whole concept here is like they really seem to be putting up a lot of retro cardback figures on sale. And there are some decent figures, not necessarily like the main huge hard hitting figures that we all want, but I think this is a pretty solid deal to be quite honest. I mean, all these prices for figures that were once $25 being 18 to I don't know, 18 to 16 bucks. I mean, that's a pretty good deal to be quite honest. So otherwise, I will keep the link in the description below. Otherwise, that is the G.I. Joe Classified Cyber Monday and Black Friday deals. I'll do another video if they happen to add any more figures, but if they don't, then this will probably be it. But otherwise, that's pretty sick. So with that being said, I would love to thank you guys all for watching. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching. And because it is a day before Thanksgiving, if anything else happens, I'll be sure to have another video on Friday. But for that being tomorrow, I'm definitely taking a day off to be with family. So I want to thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. And I wish everybody a very, 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 very happy Thanksgiving and eat a lot of good food on my behalf. And stay safe and enjoy all the warm, fuzzy feelings. And don't forget to watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. So with that being said, I will see you guys all in the next episode.